Hello everyone, today I've got something very special for you. I thought today I would sit down and try to whip up one of those iconic Instagram Reel, TikTok, Snapchat, fitness, PHONK style, like super heavy, like shadow burn style, like bass house, or I guess it's called PHONK, PHONK. That's new to me, but I really like the style, so I was just going to sit down and try to recreate it here. So one thing with this style I've noticed is definitely the most iconic part of it is the distorted drum kicks. So what I did here was, here I'll show you, I brought a kick into the mixer here, and I just put a fruity fast distortion on it. And basically, I just adjusted it a bit to make it sound good. It'll sound different depending what kind of drum kick you're using. And then I also EQ'd it just to make it sound a little less, not less punchy, but less scratchy, I guess. Because they sound like distorted, but also kind of filtered and muffled a little bit. So that's why I did that. And I put a tiny filter. Yeah, okay, I didn't even use this filter, so I'll just take it off. I was just going to say I didn't actually use it because I EQ'd it instead. But, so this is the sound of that drum here. It's kind of, here, hold on, there we go. So you can see, without the distortion, it just sounds like a normal drum. But with the distortion, it sounds like the funky drum, or funk drum. And another big thing is that the lead in these songs sound very cowbelly, like lots of like bell sounds, almost like Tokyo Drift sort of sounds. So I found a preset in Serum. You don't need to use Serum, but this is just the general kind of sound you want to go for. So that's the lead. They're usually very simple. They're not very complicated melodies or anything, because it's like a bass house song, but with, like I say, this kind of distorted cowbelly big room sort of vibe to it, I guess. Another thing, the BPM is at 120, in case you were wondering, and also underneath this lead I put like a more distorted sounding one. It's almost like I just forgot what I was gonna say. Like a video game sounding thing, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but so yeah, so that's the lead and the kicks. Those are like the main kind of sounds you want to go for. And then with the bass, I just use, this is an 808, I think. Wait, oh, I was gonna use an 808. 808s still work good, but then I just randomly found this kind of sub bass. So it's generally just a sub bass for these, and but you can use the 808 as well. You can even use 808 drums if you want and distort those. Yeah, but there's not really like a constant bass line. It's mostly just copy and paste the lead onto the bass from what I've heard and what I kind of accomplished here. But also a really important part of these songs is they always have like a choir hit, like a choir stab on the drop. So I found this noise here. Okay. And if you've heard these kind of songs, you can kind of tell what I'm saying by that. But I was going to go over the effects on this lead as well. So basically, it is just a Valhalla room, and you don't need to, you can just use a normal reverb. I just really like Valhalla room. So yeah, and then the bass, all I did with the bass, wait, no, that was a different, oh no. Hold on, that is over here. There's a Valhalla room, a sausage fattener, and an EQ to take out some of the mids, because it was very like mid-heavy. And then there's a smaller distortion on this one, fruity fast dist as well. What I had clicked on was the vocals. I just put a big reverb on it. And then the bass and the lead are sidechained as well. So basically, here is the lead right here. As you can see, I have it routed to this channel here. So how you do that is you just name a blank one sidechain or whatever, put a kickstart, or you can manually do it with the volume knob as well. And you just hover over this little arrow, right click, and route to this track only. And then it will follow whatever effects you have on this bus here in the mixer. So there's just a little thing there. So the lead and the bass are sidechained when it drops. But before it drops, as you can see, I create an automation clip in the sidechain. So basically, over here, the sidechain is at 0. So how I did that is you right click, create automation clip. It'll pop up with this little thing here that you can adjust, you know, for when you want it to take effect, which I wanted it on the drop. So same with the Valhalla Room or the reverb for the lead. And I also automated the master volume because that's, I know what Shadowburn does in his songs, his or her, I'm unsure. Yeah, here's another effect that's a bell. It's kind of, yeah, there we go. It's kind of like a reverby bell. And then comes the messy part that I had to play around with for a little while, was all these percussion drums. So I'm gonna mute the lead and the kick so you can hear the percussion going on here. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. And towards the end there, you could hear that I have a reversed kick. So it's the same exact kick, but I went up here, made it unique, and then came in here, double clicked on it, and hit reverse. So then it almost makes like a really like bassy sweep, like that. And they sound very cool in this sort of bass house music. So that's something to consider adding as well. What else now? So also, I have this extra chant, because you can never have too many chants. Speaking of chants, I recorded my own chants literally with the microphone. I just went up here and hit record and recorded as a new, into the audio interface as a audio clip. So here's what that sounds like. This is literally my voice. Because I was thinking, if you can hear that, it's me going hoo ha hoo. But basically, in this sort of music, I've definitely heard lots of like chants in the background that are very, very big, and it's almost like a ritual sounding sort of thing. That's the best way I can describe it. But so what I did there is I literally just recorded it into the mic, and then took out some of the mids and the lows to make it sound a bit like scratchier and not so much like a bass. And then I added this distortion on it again, and a very big reverb with mostly focus on the decay, so how long it takes to fade away. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. And then in the second part here of the drop, I introduced these hats to make it a bit more groovy. And then in the second part, I adjusted the lead here just to kind of go a bit crazier, you know? So here's what that sounds like. So that's what that is sounding like there. And yeah, this was a lot of fun to make. I don't think I have a whole lot more to go over. I didn't master it, really. No, I didn't. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, no, sounds fine for the moment. You can kind of do whatever you'd like with it. Yeah, I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything here. There's a clap that goes every other snare, just to kind of give it a bigger feel. And I put a reverb on that. And then what else? The chant had a reverb on it. That's like, I guess that's kind of it, huh? I made this in just like a couple hours probably. So feel free to play around with it. It's only 40 seconds, so I know these kinds of songs are really repetitive as well, but it's basically just like finding variations to kind of switch it up every couple bars or whatever. So you let it play one pattern and then you change something up or add another layer to it, like adding the hi-hats and stuff, and then you can quiet it down and kind of build it back up. I mean, it is probably pretty fun to work with generally. But yeah, so I guess that's about it. I will now play it, and then you can go download it, and also subscribe to the channel before you do that, and also give it a like, because why not, you know? So I will play this for you, and then I will skedaddle. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next project video.